Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back. Folks, I'm Juan. I'm your personal trainer and your group fitness instructor. Today we have a brand new chair strength class. I hope that you had a really wonderful holiday. I hope that the new year so far has been really good for you. Folks, let's jump into some more new movement and have a really good time, yeah? Folks, as always, before we begin any workout, I ask that you take a moment just to scan head to toe. How are you? Is there anything in your body that needs a little extra love? Is there anywhere that you feel like you need to be extra careful with? If you do identify any of those areas, please be sure to keep them right on your dashboard and modify the movements as necessary. Today we will use our chair, we will use a pair of hand weights, and we will use a ball. Just a reminder, if you don't have an actual ball, what I use is a pair of tube socks that I roll up into a ball. You want it to have a little bit of squish, okay? Folks, also you want to make sure that you have your water bottle handy. We will be moving right along, but I want you to be able to hydrate as you need. Don't wait for me to remind you. Don't wait for me if you need to take a break, take the break, okay? Let's go. Sitting up nice and tall on our chair, scoot to the front edge. You want to brace in your core as we start just marching our feet. Now I want you to lean forward, tap your toes. Just lift and tap. Now let's lift and drop the heels. Bring it back into a march. Lean into your thighs, tap your toes. Now leave the toes there, lift and drop your heels. Bring it back into that march. Now we're going to march front and back. Kind of like you're marching over or you're stepping over a line here. Bring it back to just the toe taps. Now just heel lifts. We're going to bring it back to the march, but now we're going to march wide and narrow. Now rest here, just tap. Letting the lower body stay still for a moment. Let's bring it to our upper body. First, we're going to brace in our core. Keep those abs nice and tight. This will help support your lower back. Big arm circles, starting from the center, working our way out. We go one more exactly like that. Now, I want you to lean your left hand on your left thigh. Right arm, you're going to reach. And you're going to pull your elbow back. Again, reach diagonally, pull the elbow back. Two big arm circles. Right hand comes down to our thigh, left hand reaches diagonally, elbow pulls back. One more. Two circles. Right arm, let's reach. Every time you reach, I want you to try to increase your range of motion just a little bit. Two big circles. Left arm, let's reach. Really focus on that lateral flexion in the spine. Two big circles. Right arm, really reach. Reach far, pull that elbow back. Really far, pull the elbow. 2 more circles. Left arm, let's reach. Bring it back into that march. Let's march front and back. Let's march wide and narrow. Back to front and back. Wide and narrow. Bring it back to just the toe taps. Now come the heel raises. Sitting up nice and tall, really flexing in the core. 2 big arm circles, please. Right arm, let's reach. 2 big arm circles. Left arm, let's reach. Right leg only, you're going to bring that knee up, extend the leg out, bring that knee back to bent, and down. Left side, lift the knee, extend the leg, bend the knee, bring it down. 1 more on each side. Extend, bend, and down. Lift, extend, bend, and down. Marching wide to narrow. Nice work, folks. Bring your hands onto your thighs. I want you to take a deep breath. With the exhale, we're going to drop our chest into our lap. Slowly roll your upper body down into your lap. Now we're going to inhale here as we push off of our thighs, bring ourselves back to an upright position. Again, we exhale as we drop down into our lap. Inhale, roll it up. 1 more, exhale down. Inhale up. Let's take a deep breath. Both hands go all the way up to the sky. With your exhale, I want you to rotate your upper body. Chest faces the right side of the room. Notice how I have my left hand on the outside of my right thigh. Inhale, face front. Exhale, rotate left. Inhale, face front. Nice work, folks. Hopefully you're feeling ready to go. Your body should be feeling nice and warm. Joints are lubricated. Be sure to, again, pay attention to everything. If there's any movement here that bothers one of your joints or doesn't feel right, take a step back, okay? You can reduce your range of motion. Maybe if there's load involved, reduce the load. But make sure that you're personalizing it for you, okay? We're starting with our lower body. We have what I call knee extensions. So all we're doing is we're sitting up nice and tall and focusing only on the right side. You're going to go from this position. You're just going to extend your legs straight out, and I want you to contract in your quadriceps each time. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure you're flexing each time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 last one. Nice. Same thing, left side. Really focusing on the front of your thigh. Extend. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice work. Folks, we focused on the front of our thigh. Now I want you to focus on the back, your hamstrings. We are going to do what I call heel slides. So both legs will be working. Again, we want to be at the front edge of our seat. For this move, I definitely want you to be holding on to the side of your chair. This will help to maintain proper alignment in your upper body. Now from here, you're going to start with your right leg out front, left leg back. So I'm already contracting my left hamstring. I'm just going to slide here to there. That was 1. Every time you slide, the bent leg is the hamstring that you are contracting. We have 5 remaining. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Ideally, you felt a nice burn in your hamstrings. That's the back of your thighs. Hopefully you did not feel cramping. Our hamstrings are oftentimes the first part of our body to speak and cramp up if we are even mildly dehydrated. So if you did feel cramping, you may want to reach for your water bottle and just take a few swigs. Okay, from here, we're going to extend both of our legs out, keeping our heels on the floor, toes pointing up, hands on the side of our chair, only focusing on one leg at a time. We're going to alternately lift, release, lift, release. Now we are involving the hip flexor. Quadriceps are still feeling the work, but also now your lower abdominals should be feeling a little action as well. Now you get to pick how high you lift. I'm trying to lift each leg right up to at least my hip height, but if that's not realistic for you, you can lift just a few inches off of the ground. That's okay. And let's take a break. Slide both feet in. Hands on your thighs, just take a little breather. Okay, now we're going to scoot back just a little bit. I want you to lift both of your legs, feet off of the ground. We're sitting up nice and tall. All we're going to do from this position is flex at the ankle, so heels are coming out, toes are coming back. Now point the toes. Flex, point. So we're working that full ankle mobility here, and we're getting a stretch and a contraction in our calves. Flex, point, 5 remain. Point. We've got 3. One last one. Nice work. Both feet on the ground. Whew. How was all of that? How did it feel? Great? Hopefully. Take a moment just to kind of take a breath, feel out all of it. Maybe grab a swig of your water. If you're ready, let's repeat that. So we start on the right side. I want you sitting at the front edge of your seat. All you're going to do is extend your legs straight out and contract your quadriceps. So tighten that thigh. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice. Left side. Extend. Make sure you're flexing your thigh each time. We have 5 remaining. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice work. All right, folks, we're back to those heel slides. So, just a quick recap. Your legs both are moving in opposition of one another. So while one is extending out in front, the other is curling back. I want you to focus all of your attention on your hamstrings. So that's the back of your thighs. Sitting up nice and tall, right at the edge of our seat, hands holding on to the chair at each side. I want you to start one leg out, one leg back, and let's switch. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice work. My hamstrings are talking to me now. They're not necessarily angry, but they're definitely speaking up. Okay, both legs come out in front. Heels down, toes pointing up. Again, still holding on to the chair. We're just alternating lifts. Lift, lift. It's right leg, it's left leg. Lift, lift. We have 5 remaining each leg. It's right, left, 3 to go. Right, left, last 2 each side. Lift, lift, and we lift one more time. Left leg, lift. Nice work. Sitting up nice and tall again. Just take a moment before you move. Give yourself a little break. Okay. Using that chair to help support your posture. So holding on the right and left sides. Lift your legs slightly. Now I just want you to point the toes, flex. Really focus on the stretching and the contracting of your calves. How about we get in 3 more? 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Good. Whew. My entire lower body is now saying something, feeling all of it. Hopefully yours too. If you haven't grabbed your water already, now is a really good time to grab it. Okay, folks, we're on to our 3rd and final round of these exercises. Remember, you can adjust anything that you need to, but with this being our final time, I do encourage you to maybe squeeze a little tighter with every contraction. Maybe try to lift a little higher with every leg lift. These are all options if you want to progress the exercise. Obviously, like I said, you have to pay attention to your own body, so if progressing anything is not what you want to do, that's okay. I'm just happy that you're here. Sitting up nice and tall, right side, we're going to extend that leg. Squeeze the quad, bend. Here's 9. Really squeezing with every time we extend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Contract that thigh and release. Good. Take a moment. Left thigh, please. Extend. Extend. Here's 8. Really squeezing, you guys. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice. Whew. We have that final round of heel slides. How are your hamstrings feeling? Are they ready for it? Hopefully they are. Don't worry, after we do these exercises, we're going to do a quick stretch just in case we're feeling tightness or tension. So let's start. Right leg goes out front, left leg is back in a curled position. Now we just alternate sliding. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One last one. Nice work. Folks, I know hamstrings are talking to us. Let's extend our right leg out front, leaning into our left thigh, just hinge forward. Give yourself a moment just to stretch on the back of that leg. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Bring your right leg in, extend your left leg out. Now leaning into your right thigh, I want you to lean slightly forward, stretching the back of your left leg. Okay, sitting up nice and tall again. Folks, we're going to extend both legs out, hands on the sides of our chair. We're just doing these straight leg lifts, straight up, one at a time. Let's go. Lift right, lift left. We have number 9, counting down from 10. Here's 8. Here's 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Almost there. One last one. Nice work. Bring both feet in. Sit a little back, a little further back in your chair. Take a few breaths. Okay. Now, still supporting your lower back by holding onto the side of the chair. Lift both legs out. We're going to point the toes. Flex the heel. Point, flex. We point and flex. How about 5 more? Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice. All right, folks, one hand on each thigh. Just take a few deep breaths. Again, we extend the right leg out front. I want you to just lean a little further into your left thigh so we're getting even more of a stretch. I want you to really focus on straightening your right leg. If you have the ankle flexibility and you have the upper body flexibility, if you can reach your toes, go ahead and pull them back. It's if and only if, not a requirement. Bring both hands back onto your left thigh. Push yourself back up. Sliding your right leg back. Let's extend our left leg. Leaning into our right thigh. I want you to lean a little deeper so we get a little more of a stretch on the back of our left leg. Like I mentioned earlier, it's oftentimes our hamstrings that will cramp up or that will speak up loudest. If you have that flexibility and you want to reach for your toes on your left foot, now's the time. Let's bring both hands back onto our right thigh. Push up, slide your left leg in. Nice work, folks. Take a deep breath, grab your water. Folks, take as long as you need to recover. Remember, hydrate along the way. And when you are ready, we're going to focus up now on our upper body exercises. What I would like, let's give me 2 of those really big arm circles that we did in our warm-up, starting from the center of our chest. We reach really high up, extend our arms out to the sides, bring them down. Again, big circle. One more time. Good, just making sure everything is warm and ready. I would like for you to please reach for your hand weights. If they are below your chair, be sure that you're leaning into your thigh before you bend over, and always keep your head above your heart. I like to keep mine on the back of my chair. We are starting with lateral raises. So we are working shoulders. For some of us, when we do lateral raises, we may choose not to use hand weights at all. You get to decide that for yourself. Either use the hand weights or don't use any weights. But we are going to sit at the front edge of our seat. Hands are at the sides of our body. Nice and tall in our upper body. Good postural alignment. And keeping your core nice and braced. I'd like you to lift your arms out, up to about shoulder height. Slowly release them down. Lift and down. We're doing a total of 10. This is number 4. We lift. Good, we're halfway. Let's count down from 5. We're down to 4. 3. 2. Last one. Nice work, folks. Place the weights on top of your thighs. Take a few deep breaths. Perhaps roll your shoulders up, push them back and down. We want to keep dynamic movement. It helps to work out any built-up tension. Okay, we're going to stay at the front edge of our seat. Weights are still coming down to the sides of our body. This time, I want you to lean forward. So you're going to hinge forward. The most important part about this move right here is that your spine stay flat. So when we hinge forward, I'm not rounding forward. I'm hinging from the waist and still trying to keep my chest lifted, right? So I'm just going to row. I'm pulling my elbow straight up and back, squeezing through my upper back and down. Pulling elbow straight up and back. We are halfway. We have 5 remaining. Here's 5. 4. 3, 2, one last one. Nice. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to place one weight either back on the floor, I'll go ahead and do that, or you can put it on the back of your chair, wherever you want, but we're staying with only one weight. We're going to hold the weight in between both palms of our hands. So ideally, you're going to be applying inward pressure with both of your hands onto the sides of the weight, trying not to rely on using your fingers to grip the weights. So here we are. You're going to start core braced, sitting up nice and tall, with the weight right in front of your sternum, so right at the middle of our chest. All we're going to do is just press straight out. Pull it in. We extend out and in. We always exhale with the work. We have 5 remaining. Here's 5. Here's 4. 3. 2. And 1. Nice. Let's take the other weight, place it on the ground as well. Now I do want you to reach for your ball. We're going to place that softball right in front of the chest where we just had our weight. I want you to keep your ball right in this spot. We're not moving the ball away from the center of the chest, but this is our little target because I want you to take this ball and I want you to rotate to the right side of the room using your core. So remaining seated, you're going to just twist through your core, trying to face that ball to the right side of the room. Come back to center. Now rotate to the left. And back to center. Back to the right. Face the front. Now rotate left. Come back to center. Now this, although it seems like a very small move, it does demand a lot of energy and it really targets that side of your core, your obliques. We've done 2. 1, 2. We have 3 more. We're going for 5 total. So now let's face the right side of the room. Come back to center. Face the left side. And back to center. 2 more. Let's go. Take that ball to the right. We're twisting. Back to center. Twist to the left. Center. Now we're back to the right. Let's go really twist. Now remember that ball hasn't moved from our chest. Twist to the left. So it's forcing us to really twist from our core. And right. Nice work. Let's place the ball behind us. Good. How was that? A little challenging? I hope. Okay, we're back to the top. Please reach down carefully for each weight. Lateral raises. Weights stay at the sides of our body. We're sitting up nice and tall. Lift laterally for 10. 9. Folks, if this feels a little too difficult, you do have the option of bending your elbows and lifting the elbows out. This reduces the length of our lever, so it makes it feel a little less difficult. So you pick where you are, okay? Let's get 1 more in there. Good. Place the weights on top of our thighs. Take a few recovery breaths. Okay. Weights come back down to the sides of our body. Again, we're going to go bent over row. So we have to bend over, leaning into our thighs, but keeping a flat back. And we're going to row straight back, lifting from the elbow. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice, sitting up nice and tall, placing the weight, one weight on the floor. Just take a moment to recover. Remember, grab your water anytime you need it. Okay. One weight in the center of both of our palms, starting with this weight here up at our chest level. Just extend your arms straight out. Squeezing in on that weight, pull it back. You should feel your chest at the front of your shoulders, biceps, maybe even a little triceps here. We have 5 remaining. Here's 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Place that weight on the floor. And let's reach for our ball. Placing the ball exactly where we have that weight. Remember, we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to flex and keep our abs contracted. Now, what I want you to be aware of, a lot of us, if we're not paying enough attention, watch what I do. I'm rotating, but I'm not rotating from my core. I'm rotating from my shoulders, right? It's like scapular rotation up here. What I'm looking for is not this. That's why I want the ball to stay right on your chest, so that way you don't get tempted to try to rotate from your arms or your shoulders. You're gonna rotate from your obliques. Okay? That was just another demo. So we're gonna do 5 more together. And this time we're going to try to do them nice and fluid. Right to left, immediately back to right to left. Okay? Here we go. Keep that ball touching your chest and rotate. Here we are. Right. Let's go left. We're going back to the right and left. All the way right. Every time you're facing one side, you should be exhaling. You're inhaling as you're coming back to center. Face the center. Good. That was 5 in each direction. Really well done. We may want to sit up nice and tall, and those diagonal reaches, let's go ahead and reach all the way to the right with our right arm, or with our left arm. Guys, let's reach left with our right arm. Now pull it back. Now we're going to reach to the right with our left arm. What we're doing here is we're allowing our obliques to stretch out a little bit. Again, other side. One last time. Nice. Folks, let's reach down for our water. Okay, we've got those shoulder lateral raises. Remember, if you still haven't used weights for these, that's a-okay, as long as you're focusing on really contracting in your shoulders each time we lift those arms out. If you are using weights, let's all carefully reach down and pick them up. Okay, we've got a total of 10. Final 10. Woo! Let the weights hang at the sides of your body. We're gonna sit up nice and tall and let's go for them. We lift. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. We don't want to rush through these. 3. 2. One last one. Nice job, folks. Place those weights down on your thighs. Again, let's roll our shoulders up and back. Little dynamic recovery here, active recovery. Now let's roll them up and forward. Okay, bent over rows. Weights are at the sides of our body again. Lean forward, hinging from the waist. And let's go ahead and squeeze those elbows straight back. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One last one. Nice work. Let's sit up nice and tall. Let's place one weight on the floor. Be sure to take those big, deep recovery breaths, folks. We need that oxygen so we can continue to build all of our energy molecules, right? Okay, the weight that we do have, we're going to place it in the center of our palms. Again, we're squeezing inward on that weight. And now we're going to extend our arms straight forward. So we're going out for 10. Pull it in. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One last one. Nice work. Let's place that weight on the floor. Whew. Did you feel those? I felt those. Hopefully you still have a little more gas in your tank. Let's reach for our ball. This time we're going to go left, then right. Okay, so we're just going to reverse how we begin. Ball comes right in front of our sternum and it stays here. Ideally, your hands stay attached to your chest. Keeping our hands attached to our chest is going to really help us avoid moving from anywhere but our waistline. Let's go. Let's rotate all the way left. Now all the way right. Back to left. The first 2 sets were our warm-up sets. We're going to go for a total of 10 here. Surprise, this is number 5. We have 5 remaining. All the way left, all the way right. Three remain. Last 2. Really twisting, folks. Twist as much as you can. 1 final time each side. Nice work. Good job. Place the ball behind you on your seat. Let's take a few deep breaths together. Folks, we have one final exercise. I like to call it our burnout. What we're going to do is we are going to scoot as far forward in our chair as we can. Now I want you to, keeping a flat back, lean back without slouching. So we're going to lean back. Hands are going to hold on to the chair on the sides a little bit behind us. The tops of our shoulder, or the top back of our shoulders will be touching the back of our chair. We're going to lift our legs out. From here, I want you to crisscross. Lower abdominals are working, and we're incorporating a little lateral body motion in our lower body. Go ahead and start. I've already started. If this doesn't work, if your lower back continues to bother, then I want you to sit up and do one leg at a time. Give me a few side to sides, the other side a few side to sides. For those of you who started with me, I hope that you're still going. It's called a burnout after all, so we're going to go as long as we can. If you can't anymore, then go ahead and take your break. If you can, let's see if we can hang on for about 15 more seconds. That's probably about 15, so let's all sit up nice and tall. Let out a nice sigh of relief. Woo. Nice work, folks. Whew. Now I do want us to continue to have a little active recovery, so let's march in place. Got to keep our blood flowing. Now why don't we take our heels out, in, out, and in. One at a time, you tap it out and in. Now, why don't you tap out to the sides? Nice work, folks. Sitting up nice and tall, let's take a big breath. Both hands go all the way up to prayer. We're going to hold them here. Interlace your fingers. Now I want you to flip your palms up. So we have interlaced fingers. We have our arms extended. We're reaching up with our palms. This is called a palm tree. Now notice my shoulders. I have them away from my ears, so try not to go here. Try to keep a good, clear separation between earlobes and the top of your shoulders, but we're really extending up. Lifting from the chest. Release your fingers and slowly bring your hands down to the back of our chair. We may have to scoot a little further back in our seat, but I want you to roll your shoulders back, push your chest forward. Lean very, very slightly forward so we get a nice stretch in our chest and anterior deltoids. Now release the chair, shake it out, go ahead and roll through your wrists. Maybe reverse directions. Let's repeat that, folks. One big breath, both hands go all the way up to prayer. Exhale, interlace your fingers, now flip the palms so they're up. Just trying to stretch, try to grow a couple inches in your spine. I know it seems like a lot, but I want you to really visualize yourself getting taller as you push your palms up to the sky. Now release your fingers, reach back, grab the back of the chair, push your chest forward, pull your shoulders back. Release, go ahead and roll through your wrists. All right, where your weights are right now, if they're right at the sides of your chair, I want you to just move them back slightly. We want to make sure that the area on the right and left side of the front of your chair is free so that we can rotate our entire body to the right side of the room. I want your right arm to be rested up on the back of your chair. Your left leg, you're going to drop it in front of your chair. Both of your knees or both your legs should be in about a 90-degree angle. Sliding your left foot a little further back if you can, so that way you get a nice stretch on your quadriceps and a little in your hip flexor. We're going to rotate our body, look over your right shoulder. In this position, you should also feel your obliques stretching a little. Slide your left foot up. Rotate your entire body to the front of the room. Now let's rotate to the left. So we start by placing our left arm on the back of our chair. We're going to drop our right leg in front of the chair, focusing on first trying to get both legs at about a 90-degree angle. From here, we want to push our right leg a little further back so we start to feel the quadriceps and the hip flexor stretching. Now start to rotate in your upper body, your torso, looking over your left shoulder. Slide your left foot in. Now let's or your right foot in rather. Now let's rotate our body to the front side of the room. Extend your right leg out front, leaning into your left thigh. Just stretch those hamstrings one final time. Push off of your left thigh. Slide your right foot in. Slide your left foot out, leaning into your right thigh. Lean forward, hinge. Now push off of that thigh. Folks, let's all take one big breath together. Both hands go up to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down to heart center. Please join me in making a heart. Folks, this is where I leave you with my love and my respect. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining me this morning. Have a great day.